Well, good evening, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling tonight? I'm feeling a bit rushed. I feel like I've been consistently a bit late this last week. Goodness. But I do come bearing good news. Good evening, Tiberian. Quick in the drawer as always. What poison have we all brought tonight? I am quite proud of the one I've done just up here. Let me point towards it. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? I've finally gotten myself to gotten off my bloody arse long enough to get myself all the garnishes I need for these things. I'll be moving the mic a bit. I did just sit down for the stream. Good thing I prepare everything in advance. Hey! But yes, I'm quite excitable today, because I've done two things today that I think looks tasty. It's called a classic Boston sour. It's like a whiskey sour. A sour is, well, it's just usually from what I've seen, a base spirit with a base spirit. A lot of sours are a base spirit with lemon or lime. I'll be having water in a few minutes. That's wonderful. It's a base spirit, but that's good. Very good. A base spirit with lemon or lime, simple syrup, and that's usually it, but a lot of them have egg white, so that when you shake them, you dry shake them first with the egg white, you end up with this very frothy appearance, as you can see there. It has quite the head on it, I suppose. Gives it this very smooth, fuzzy texture, using egg white. And I've done a couple of these before, but this is the first time I'm able to do it with the maraschino cherries. They're very candy-like cherries that are very nice. And an orange slice. This one has egg white. Yeah, that's why it's the classic Boston, because a whiskey sour doesn't have egg white in it. And most sours, the egg white is optional. But yes, it's delicious. I'm very proud of myself. Feeling like a real barman now. I do apologize if I speak a bit strangely, especially after I've drunk water. My mouth is currently covered in ulcers, so it's a bit painful. Ah yes. Before I forget, I did finish the video. It's not exactly as long as I expected it to be, but I think it's quite good. So look forward to that well, this evening for you Americans. But now my excited ramble has gone on long enough, let's try and jump into this game, shall we? But yes, the video, I managed to edit it in such a way that I didn't have to complete the whole 20 minutes that I had from that stream. And instead I just did the 15 minutes I wanted to and ended it at quite a nice, tasteful point. So why did you make a sour drink? Because I really wanted to show off the fact that I could make a sour. It is painful, but the advantage of this is it's got honey in it as well, as part of the simple syrup. I'm adjusting my headphones. You can see my headphones now. And so the honey, the lemon, and the whiskey together, I think they do a pretty good job of getting rid of those bacteria that are causing the ulcers. So it may be a bit of a trial by fire sort of situation, but never know, it might be good for him. I wasn't intending this. I thought I had Bonjela, which is a numbing agent. It's a bit of a topical, I've forgotten the name. A topical painkiller that I use for ulcers, but apparently I've run out. So, rough for me. Let me jump over to the game screen. But yes, it looks very nice. I'm very proud of it. Should make you try a peroxide rinse. Yes, I've grabbed something that my brother-in-law? Yes, brother-in-law recommended. He used to, I have a real problem with them, and so he recommended a newer brand called Kenalog. But I can't have it. It doesn't get rid of pain. It gets rid of the ulcer. But you have to put it on when you're about to sleep, and I haven't slept since I bought it. So it's going to be pretty pointless to me. Smooth. And that macchiato cherry. Candied cherry, so sweet. Maraschino. I don't know why I say macchiato. Why do I keep saying macchiato? Maraschino or something like that. I'm not too sure. I'm not Italian. Yes, you can't see the game yet, can you? I've unmuted the game. Look at me. Oh, wow. The thing stayed in full screen mode. And it's on. Hey. You say that like you sleep once a week. Yes, I'm a vampire. I sleep during the day once a week. You never know. You don't know my life. I may be old, but I've still got a fair bit of energy. Sleep is for the weak and the infirm, and I am neither. I've become very confused by this. There you go. So that's 15:06. I assume that's the time. Interesting. Well, I think we finished off by finishing all the training that he had available, didn't we? Let's see how much time we can waste getting that little girl her... Wasn't there a little girl who wanted, stuff from the, arcade center? But yes, we're back again. Living the life of organized crime. So remember yesterday was last week. Goodness. You saying week has confused me. Yesterday, we finished up, after finishing up the training. And yes, we're gonna get this girl her little doll. Now first I'm gonna send somebody off to get me some stuff. I do have water as well. I don't just got a glass. I haven't just got a Boston Sour, it's fine. Give me a moment. Forgot to post on Twitter. Oh, not forgot to post on Twitter. Forgot to send the post from Twitter. Give me a moment. How are we all feeling today, though? Feeling excitable? Feeling tired? Feeling strong? Feeling determined? Feeling filled with the dread that comes with age? There we are. I'm using my phone, by the way. That's just why I've gone stoic and still and staring directly into your soul. Better than yesterday. I suppose that's all we can have sometimes. I'm certainly feeling a bit better than yesterday, a bit less sore. Though I do look a lot more handsome. I'm just sending that out. Now, back to the stream. Sorry about that. Handsome face. Now, what do I need? Get this equipment search going while we're out. Handgun. Of course. The Americas, first thing you can get is a handgun. No offense to the Americans. Ex-Mafia, of course. Sweet macchiato cherry. Surprisingly enough. Why would I be offended by that? It's great. Well, as long as you're confident in yourself, can't seem to say anything else. I wouldn't say anything else. Maraschino cherries, so candy-like. So sweet. Now let's help this girl. Let's waste an awful long time on a bloody crane game. Was it the blue one she wanted, right? The blue fellow. Nope. Oh dear. I'm going back to being stoic. The camera glitched out a bit. I'll fix that once I'm... Last one. The one you didn't get last time. Yes! There he is. Back there. Somebody's just messaged me. My niece messaged me about the sour. I sent her a picture of the sour. So I got a reply. I think. There we are. There we are. Back into existence. Now let's get this blue bloody bastard. I wonder how much time we're going to waste on this. It's going to pick up that bird with a hat, isn't it? Oh, no, that's another good part. Yeah, it's knocking these things down seems to be the first thing we do. Probably should have started with something a bit more exciting, shouldn't we? But I had a good stew. Speaking of exciting, I had a nice stew tonight. Slow cooked, it was very good. It's the nice thing about slow cookers. You can do a lot with your day. I was able to edit and get it all finalized. I sent the edit off to one of my siblings and one of my nieces and nephews to get checked out. I sent it to my brother all the time. He's a couple of years older than I am, so he's quite grey in the hair too, but he quite enjoys my little silliness. Me and my nephew are quite similar, actually. They both love music. Well, one of my nephews. Not all my nephews like music. Some have been tortured by it. So my light isn't working, so if the tracking isn't as good, that's probably why. This is going to take forever, isn't it? That bird is in the bloody way. Maybe I should try and get the bird first. Huh? Huh? Well, this looks good! That looks very good. Oh, look at that! Bloody successful. Look at that. Didn't take any time at all. Chestnut the bloody squirrel we got. Last time we got the frilled neck lizard. The Australian representative of this. As we used the last two. I don't think that went for anything. Oh. Go for this pink little plump bird, eh? Ooh. 2 for 2. Would you look at that, mate? 2 for bloody 2. Bunchan the sparrow. I'll go out of business if I keep going like this. I won't know what hit him. This one-eyed Yakuza came in. Oh, look at it, 3 for 3, mate. Oh, best 3 yen I've ever spent. Look at that, 3 for 3, mate. I'm gonna put this place out of bloody business. Cheers to that. Hey, little kid. Take your bloody chestnut squirrel and make hooves. Take hooves? Make hooves. I'm not too sure what the phrase is anymore all of a sudden. I've had far too many... I had a tequila sunrise. Oh, I should put a picture of that. Screamer luck, indeed. We'll ignore the first 3 times where I got nothing. Indeed. Make tracks. That's what I was looking for. And hoof it. I've mixed make tracks and hoof it together. That's what I was thinking of. Hoof it. Make tracks and hoof it. This is why I shouldn't be using phrases. I always tend to mix them up. It's like in the edited... Back when I was looking at the Resident Evil streams, I don't say a poorly suited words or poor choice of words. I say poor suit of words. It's bizarre. I tend to mix up phrases when I'm on stream. I'm not that bad in real life, I swear. Jealous of that little thing? But I ain't your daddy. What does that remind me of that scene out of wow, the alcohol's getting to me, isn't it? That scene out of Guardians of the Galaxy. He may be your dad, but he ain't your daddy, or whatever. He may be your father, but he ain't your daddy, or whatever that blue fellow says. It made my niece laugh very greatly. Because I don't understand daddy has a very different connotation when it comes to adults these days. Well, I hope he has both eyes and not a criminal, but yes. This kid is making good points. Seems you become responsible for this child. Ha! I think you're 30 years old, mate. What's the right play here? What's the right play, Tiberian? I'm giving you this choice. Sir, Daddy, Majima-san. Insist on it, but it's not going to work, because kids are not like that. They never go with what you insist with. You got two choices. Sir, or Daddy. Daddy? Please, Papa? Please, Papa? Could you get me the doll? Please, Papa? I am most certainly 5 standing here. Majima-san? Majima-san it is. Oh, shit. Excuse my friends. I did not mean to press it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I did mean to press it twice. I don't even know if this is a good idea. I've been having to... Okay, Elsa. Too bad. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I did not mean I did not mean to press that. I'm sorry, Tiberian. I completely ignored that. I did mean to press it. But we're now Daddy. Sorry about that. It's the fact that I had a tequila sunrise and a standard and a half cider before this. Damn, you're old. Yes, that happens. It's the inexorable march of time, unfortunately. It happened to you too, Bob. And hello, Bob. Good to see a new name. How are you doing? It's your game. I guess you want to call you Dad. I meant to press it twice, and I thought I did. But I was a bit too excited with that confirmation press. Yes, yes, I understand you're tired, Majima. Travel towards the destination. No need to correct yourself, I figured it out. Suddenly appeared after putting a canvas sack over my head. They took me to the negotiations. It's too spicy. They treated me to a hellishly hot meal. Sounds nice. Resounding success. Cheers to that. I've really got to be careful with this cocktail making. It's really fun, but goodness, if you're the only one drinking them. They really get you down fast. Especially when I hadn't eaten before the tequila sunrise. Got called Daddy. That's what happens. Yeah, sorry, I realise there's quite a bit of a delay between us, but yes. Oh, god damn it. Goodness, we just keep meeting. Oh, Chan! Did I get the pink book, John? Did I get one? Ah, sweet! Did you look at that? Hopefully next time she asks for the mum doll as well, and that would be bloody good. Didn't even have to work for that one, just completed itself on its own. Oh, that is incredibly depressing. I'm just all alone when I'm at home. Having squirrels around me feels like I have friends. Oh dear, that is just tragic. Bloody tragic, that is. Almost brings a tear to my eye. That's so sad. Knew a few kids like that in my day. I suppose that's just what happens. Practically married to this mother. I haven't even seen her once. Oh, one more time, I'd say. Let's go in and out one more time. This girl is going to have so many daddy issues when she grows up. Well, she hasn't had a father, and her current surrogate father is a well-renowned criminal and cabaret host. Cabaret manager. What the bloody hell has happened? I have the feeling she's going to call in you a lot of men. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, mate. Goodness. At least wait to make those jokes when she's a bit older. Damn. At least I didn't do it to all your dolls. We gotta bust a move, kid. Goodness. Time to put that training to the test, finally. I knew there'd be a fight at the end of this. This is the 80s. She's an adult by now. You make a very good point. Alright. I'll let it slide this time. Get an eye. It looks like she's dressed as a teacher. Don't worry. Weird man with the eye patch is coming. Hey. A loan shark. Goodness, loan sharks in this game are... It's the Cosby Sweater Gang. Yes, they're coming for you. With as much, moral integrity as that would imply. This sour is a smooth drink. Goodness. I have to thank Ham for opening my world to egg white cocktails. That green eggs and ham may have been bizarre, but certainly did go. There's a Midori sour, speaking of that. I've gotten completely distracted, but I did, that green eggs and ham that I did on the cocktail stream. Found out there's actually something called a Midori sour, which is very similar, except it uses lemon instead of ham. Huh? No, but I am to give you... I'm here to give you split lips, not lip. Yeah. Huh? Dishes to terror dolls that I went through a lot of trouble to get a hold of. Fair enough. Appropriately selfish motive. You fit both of those bills! Wow, it's almost like he set up this whole thing on purpose. Some such. I like how he says you're begging to get your neck broke, but we're the ones who'll be doing the breaking, thank you very much. Street ruffians, I thought they were loan sharks. Let's do some of this. Wait, didn't I have a gun? Up we go. There we are. Gunned him down, cold blood. Ah, come on. You like fighting far too much, Majima. I'm surprised you're not worried, miss. I think you should have a bit more of a concern of the man your child is calling father, who isn't related to her. And also, as I've bought far too many dolls for this to be a healthy relationship. Majima. I got a security wallet. What does that mean? It's not that hard to get another one either, apparently. Yeah, look at him, this guy. He's covered in scars. That was a surprisingly joyful action from you, Majima. Isn't this very heartfelt? Reminds me of the dog toys of my niece's dogs. She's very good at sewing them up again. My dogs are very good at tearing them apart. It's a very tug of war sort of situation between her and her dogs. Ding! Hey, that's the first time we finished one of those friendship things, isn't it? Yeah, look at us. Where am I going? Takoyaki store? Man, I could go for some takoyaki right now. Temple. Come on. There we are. Let's head down to the south. Head all the way south to see if we can meet our old pelvic friend once. God damn it. Never had it myself. Takoyaki? It's quite nice. There's a place near where I am that makes a bit of it. Not too bad. There's also a place in Brisbane that's pretty good that I went recently with my niece. It's a place at Garden City in Brisbane. Called 6th Street or something. A sort of Asian place, isn't it? It's very good. It's very hot though, you should be careful. But it's like a breaded, doughy octopus ball. It's very good. Cheers. I'll eat the garnish later. Frustrated young. Crossed words. What's the problem, everyone? I'll never get anything done if I do this. Goodness.
Huh?
Is this some sort of riddle situation? Alrighty then, what is it? Ah, crossword. You know, I never thought about crosswords in other languages. Huh. I've actually thought about that. I wonder how it would work. That'd be quite interesting to think about. Also, square grids, you add answers to each square. Yes, 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 yes. I guess back in the 80s it was hip, maybe, in Japan. Could all be in hiragana. That's what it appears to be, actually. Which would be very difficult, because the amount of... I suppose it would just be the same, wouldn't it? Maybe it would be easier. I'm not too sure. Perhaps I'll have to ask. I'll see if their newspapers... I'll have to check at some point to see if their newspapers have... like crossword puzzles like our newspapers tend to. Australian newspaper full of crossword puzzles and a comics section. Does American newspapers have that? The big newspapers in Australia always had like a crossword section and a comics section. When I was younger, I remember reading... When I was very young, I remember reading all those old comics back in the day. These days, I wonder if Phantom's still going these days. I remember for a while Phantom ran in some of the Daily Telegraph. Haven't read a newspaper in decades. Well, it's been a while since I've had a... No, it actually hasn't been that long since I had a physical newspaper. Probably only 6 months or so. I don't buy them as often these days, but if there's a free newspaper being offered, I grab it. But yeah, they still have comics in them, not as much anymore. They have the old Phantom comics and Calvin and Hobbes. And those sort of things. Alright, local papers and crossword puzzles. These were... I don't know about the local papers. I always went for the national ones because I moved too much to care about the local stuff. So I didn't get the national papers like the Telegraph and the like. The Sunday Telegraph. They had crosswords, and a lot of newspapers in Australia have crosswords. Depends. Really depends. It's always a huge fail, and let me guess, at the end of this puzzle is a proposal, isn't it? Yep, that's what I was thinking. Real creative fellow, isn't he? This will be the second relationship we've helped out in this game. Figured that one out pretty quickly. It's probably too easy just to Google answer these days. True, but I suppose that's the honor system that comes with crossword puzzles. They're not a puzzle if you could... I could do the same thing with bloody Scrabble. Or letters and numbers. I can use the online letters generator to turn the 9 letters into a 9-letter word. It's about the honor of it. Just because you can Google the answer doesn't mean you're going to. That's like Googling the end of a book. There's just no fun to it. Then what's the point? But I don't know the younger people these days. I'm certainly a bit far out to say I would be on the beating heart of current culture. If I was, I'd have a TikTok account. Which I am planning on making at some point. Sure, why not?
Hi.
Guess I'll just drink the water. I drink a lot of liquids during these streams. Into the crab restaurant. I hope we ordered some food. It'd be a bit embarrassing if we just did this and took one of their tables for no reason. Like a wordsmith at a crossword forge. Just 2 minutes ago, he was like, what the hell is those little square bastards? Oh, you sneaky fellow. Boiling and crushing potatoes. It is often called blank potatoes. Blank is where the answer goes. Back it up. What the hell is gravy? As Westerners, we can solve this quite easily. We all know what this is. Old bangers and mash. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh. So I guess they wouldn't... this lady clearly hasn't learnt the name of mashed potatoes. Interesting. The only places that serve mashed potatoes are the ones that can't spell. Popcorn? It would have to be popcorn. It wouldn't be bloody noodles. Kind of monster. Granted, this is Japan, so I wouldn't know. But it's probably popcorn. That's horrid sodium-filled cardboard they call popcorn at movie theaters. That costs you your firstborn child to afford.
Yeah.
Bloody have to sell all your own and your arm and your leg to afford the popcorn at movie theaters. I guess in the 80s it was a new thing. I guess that makes sense. It's one of those things that's been around a fair bit, so you just forget that it didn't exist at one point, I suppose. A popcorn. Guessing these questions have been Americanized. Perhaps. Maybe they were trying to make it challenging for the Japanese audience and did in fact use these particular questions. Maybe they did. I don't know. Could be. But yes, it does feel very localized, doesn't it? These seem too easy for a Western audience, so perhaps they were... That would be very difficult, though, because you'd need it to spell out proposal in the end somehow. A mobile phone. Yeah, they would have been pretty new in the 80s, wouldn't they? You really make phones you can put in bags on your shoulder now? What a time to be alive. That would have been an interesting thing. Oh. High-tech phone, backpack phone, shoulder phone. It wouldn't be mobile phone, would it? This would be 80s phrase from it. I'll have to think back about it, actually. Shoulder phone, high-tech phone, backpack phone. Goodness, now I have to really search in my memories, don't I? Sorry, I'm just really thinking. Well, let's bloody go with shoulder. Why not?
Yeah.
There you go. I think I know what it is. Is it shoulder? Because I know what it is. Too used to the phrase mobile phone. I feel like I'm losing touch with my youth. But again, it wasn't as popular in Australia until it became much more popular over the world. Yep. The opposite is a soy, isn't it? If it's a sauce face, wouldn't the appropriately racist term be soy sauce face? Sauce face, it's like favorite compliment. Rugged and firm, and this would be softer. Miso sauce. What? Miso is much more softer, but soy sauce is much more common. I feel like this is somehow testing me out how racist I am. Why is it not tracking me? Oh, that was a bit weird. Bloody thing's glitching out. Salt-free sauce. The Japanese certainly aren't salt-free if you use the modern internet slang version of salt. Sorry, I'm licking the bubbles off the garnish. Let's go with soy sauce. Come on. Because it can't be miso soup. And it can't be salt-free. Because both of them aren't soy sauce. They aren't sauce. They don't have sauce in them. So it must be soy sauce.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Soy sauce is quite strong, though. Society, if Majima had both of his eyes on you. It's certainly true. Luckily he doesn't, eh, Starboy? He doesn't have both eyes on us. Sorry, I'm eating this maraschino cherry. Delicious. So candy. Come picky. I do apologize for my much more talkative and jovial nature tonight, Starboy. I was having fun making cocktails before this, and I was the only one drinking them. So I'm a bit... well, I'm a bit on the piss, as they say in Australia. Except the piss is usually 4x, and I haven't been drinking that. Soy sauce. Far too sweet for me, but they're good tasting. How are you feeling though, Starboy? Drinking anything exciting with this stream? I suppose everyone's drinking water today except for me. As you see in the top corner, I'm drinking, well, as you can see, it is a drink that has a nice garnish and looks very pretty. It's called a classic Boston Sour. I'm quite proud of the froth I managed to make on this one. That's what I'm drinking tonight, Boston Sour. Whiskey, egg white, lemon juice, simple syrup. Very simple. Shaken, dry, then shaken with ice, then poured into a glass. Garnished with a maraschino cherry? I'm not too sure how to pronounce it. Maraschino cherry and orange peel. I'm very proud of this one, that's why I'm constantly saying it. Okay, back to this guy doing his proposal. I'm finished. Let's blank. Adorable. I hope you have a ring, mate. Ooh. This woman knows what she wants. Congratulations. Clap, 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 clap to you, mate. Yes, those were some tough questions. If they were actually those questions in Japanese, they would have been quite rough. She knew I knew it, she knew the answers all along. She wasn't being tricked. She was hoping he'd give up and just say it. Reminded me of one case of a girl murdering her boyfriend because he couldn't have eye contact with her. Good God, mate. Hell's bloody bells. Case of a girl murdering her boyfriend because he couldn't have eye contact with her. I really hope he wasn't autistic or some such, or on the spectrum, because that would have been real unfortunate, because if you're on the spectrum, you have trouble making eye contact. Hell, I have trouble making eye contact with people, and I'm as old as the dinosaurs and filled with confidence because of all the shots I have had. If I was good at making eye contact, I wouldn't have digitized myself. 3 pearls. Guess he was going to use them to bribe her into marrying him? That sounds like a terrifying story, by the way, Starboy. Good God. Some sort of true crime thing you've come into contact with?
Yeah.
Sappier than a tree, Cocoon. Good one, mate. Oh no. She's so happy, she started speaking in sign language. Ah. The heart. Now, can I finally go down to the erotic video store to meet our pelvic thrusting friend for once without being... I don't know what I did. He's right. If you want to say that, you gotta say it in your own words. Your own words are what get you through life's toughest spots, even when you gotta cross words. This guy is great. High five, brain. She has hypertropia, which makes her eye misplaced. Oh. I see, so she could never make eye contact. Well, that's certainly unfortunate. There's definitely more going on to that story. Good God. Ugh. Terrifying story you've brought to us, Starboy. What is this? Shogi. Don't want to go to Shogi. Though I feel like that first line was a setup to some sort of very morbid and dark joke. Like... The series of old dead baby jokes that existed. What the hell's going on here? Oh no, it's a cult! Why can't I walk 2 seconds in this city without running into somebody who has a problem? The bloody Buddhist cults have come. I wonder what silly atonement they're going to come up with this time. It's one of the funniest sub-stories for me. Alright. Let's find out what these followers of the New Order are hiding, shall we? I don't know why I was sitting there with my hands together like some sort of supervillain. Iori, what am I going to do? Oh, woe is me. What? Pajama-clad screwballs. Something up? You're not one of them? That cult? No, no. I'm a cult of personality. Not a cult, though. Oh, this isn't the gas attack cult. No, it is not the Japanese death cult, as it was so colloquially known at the time. There will be no sarin gas attacks here. Is it sarin gas they used? Still the reason why there are no bins in Japanese train stations, though. But I don't think these guys would be that deadly. I didn't see a charismatic, slightly overweight man with a beard and hair. Quite dramatic, though, that sarin gas attack. I believe the Americans classed them as a terrorist organization. It arrested quite a few of their members when they came over to the States. Just after that, the gas attacks occurred in the Tokyo metro. Very dramatic. Interesting read if you have the time. There's a few YouTubers who've done a couple of videos on them. Very interesting fellows. If not very morbid. They turned up in a book once, actually. I was reading a book by, what's his name? Ice Station and the like. Matthew Riley. In one of his books, the Japanese death cult turns up. Interesting. It's amazing what people can do, isn't it? The Americans had their fair share of cults too, and, well, I've actually met a few cults in my time. A few country towns. I think I saw one of the videos from the Real Horror YouTuber. Yeah. Cults are interesting. You know, there was a cult in a couple of country towns around. They tend to spring up in those sort of bigger regional centers. There's usually one or two cults. Less, and they are in the cities, but they're harder to find in the dense metropolitan cities such as Sydney and Brisbane. And Melbourne. Melbourne more likely. Sydney and Brisbane. Sydney and Melbourne more likely than Brisbane, I'd say. But that might just be my bias as a Queenslander. But yes, I've knew a few cults. Usually the more harmless type. Harmless, I say, in a very loose term, not the sort of death cult, Kool-Aid sort of cult. No, more like the child exploitation and stealing all of your money sort of cult. 20. Hatachi? They have a specific word for 20 in Japanese. Hatachi? I think it is. Something like that. By that cult. You're sure they're a cult? Not just a bunch of cooks in pajamas? That is a cult, Majima. I'm sorry to tell you. But that is what a cult boils down to. That and conning people out of their money and creating an environment where one man can have sex with far too many women. Mm-hmm. Wow. Hook, line, and sinker, it seems. Mm-hmm. Classic. There are a lot of Buddhist cults in Japan, I've heard. Buddhist sects. Sects. It's very difficult to say that word. Mm-hmm. Reasonable indeed. You and me are thinking on the same wavelength, Majima. Goodness. What a strange journey this is going to be. I will provide some kind of reward. Tell Iori I want to come home with the two. Can't say no now. I've sort of involved myself in this, haven't I? The Order of Munan Kohept Onast. Why does that feel like a anagram? Or something, isn't it? Munan cha-cha-cha what now? Munan ko hept onast. Odd name for religion? I've heard, stranger. At least it wasn't the Order of Dave or something. Then I'd be really worrying about your daughter's mental faculties. Interesting. Well, let's go join a cult, guys. Nothing to do but join a cult. Seems like a reasonable course of action. It's time to do this stinger operation like we're some sort of undercover cop. Or undercover journalist. Excuse me, mate. Do you seek something from us, eh? Very Shakespearean. That one.
Yeah.
Munan Kotep is where it's at. Yes. Oh goodness, the rain is rough here right now. Where do they come up with this anyway? Yeah, perhaps they meant an alien at some point, and maybe this is a stranger from a strange land sort of situation. Maybe there's some sort of weird... I don't know, I've already said sex cult. Weird sex cult, you never know. I've seen Stranger, I've helped a dominatrix become a dominatrix, and gone to a cabaret club where a man was wearing Skechers and tidy-whities like he was some sort of less threatening Walter White. So, frankly, anything could happen in this game. Honest for informant. Honest. Interesting. A psycho babble at me when I was supposed to know what it meant. Gratitude and appreciate. We only have a word for that, but honest you too. There have been quite a few UFO cults in the United States out there. Well, there was that famous book, A Stranger from a Strange Land, which was about an alien coming from Mars and essentially creating a world peace through creating a giant sex cult. If I remember correctly. It is a difficult read. I was never able to finish it, and I watched somebody summarize it, and I'm glad I never did. But I'm not surprised. It is a difficult read, mostly because it's filled with interesting ideas from the author himself. That's for certain. But you don't have as much UFO stuff in Australia. There are people, and I'm sure I'm just not seeing the community. A small minority that I'm not seeing, a silent minority. We do have our own Bermuda Triangle sort of thing in Australia, so I wouldn't be surprised if there were a few UFO cults. Hidden somewhere in Western Australia, I'm sure. Crazy bastards. Can I guess that it was written in the 60s? Can't remember what it was written, actually. Stranger in a Strange Land. You can look it up. It's a pretty famous book. It probably was written in the 60s, actually. I'll look it up now, too. Stranger in a Strange Land. Robert A. Heinlein. 61! Good job, Tiberian. I never really thought about the published date for books I read back then when I was younger. But yeah, 61, good look at you. You've got an eye for this sort of thing, don't you? Yes, was 61. Terrified Defiable. What's going on? Oh, don't trip over that.
What?
A debaser. Sounds like some hippie crap. The book well, it's certainly of that era, but it's a fair bit more insidious than that. I'd say more like some sort of, I wouldn't want to call it self-insert fan fiction about the fact he can sleep with anyone he wants, but it's pretty close to it. There's just a bit too much liberal interpretations of intimate relationships, and I'm not against those. I know a few people who have polygamous relationships, but I'm not too sure that book is what you'd call an ideal representation of such a thing. It's certainly more culty.
Hi. Eh?
Of manic behavior. Isn't that just bipolar? Come, Majima. You not worry yet. Okay. It's been an hour, so I'm going to send out a tweet. I might need to run to the porcelain throne. Unfortunately. Should I advertise it? Something about the cult, considering we're there. What should I use as an advertisement? We really are a cult of personality. I'll just say joining a cult now. Time to join a cult. Join a cult. That's a very interesting prayer. Shula beep beep. Wish I had such a amazing prayer. Now, let me run to the portals on the throne before we find out what this bloody Shula beep beep shenanigans is about. I'm going to freeze for a moment as I turn on that and move it so I can actually see it. I'll mute myself for a moment. See you in a moment. I'll be Rightio, I'm back. Hello, hello, hello. I've returned from my tenure upon the throne. Now, let's continue joining this cult, shall we? I'm going to clean off that screen. It's our prayer room, is it now?
おい
Sure a peep peep thing in as if it's the most natural thing in the world. What is it? But it is! Sure peep peep, sorry. Is training to attain a higher enlightenment in the path of Munan Kohept Onast. I'm gonna get good at saying this by the end of this. I was engaged in Sure Peep Peep are the most greatest recruits. As a collective, we refer to each other as friends. Oh, classic cult stuff. Classic cult stuff, eh? Through concentration, they accumulate coolie parts. You guys got a bloody dictionary for all of this. They've got quite the vernacular, haven't they? Divine Munan Kotep shall bestow enlightenment and rapture upon us. Oh, we're gonna get. Is everyone going to go to the rapture, eh? Hey, you accepted this, mate. Well, that was easy. Good she sucks at being a cultist, eh? God. Did you back into full screen? Goodness, sorry. Because as always, every time I tab out to go do something, it bloody takes it away from me. Okay, I should be smoother now. Absolute silliness. Oh, look at those shoes. Absolutely delectable. Let's go full cult.
Huh?
Well, I got your attention. Sometimes you gotta use certain ways to get people's attention. Oh dear, that's not a good reaction. Oh! Okay, this is a lot more insidious than I was expecting. Brainwashing! A bit more direct than I was expecting, but you know. If you've figured it out, why not bloody use it for profit, I suppose. This is the 80s during the economic bubble in Japan. Who knows what they had then? Oh. Classic.
何やって
Well, that is certainly disturbing. Wait, you can disturb them, but I can't? That seems a bit more... What is the word for it? Do as I say, not as I do, sort of thing. Guru Munan Suzuki. Oh my god. Who is this man? Has he got long hair? Yep. Munacho. Oh my god, it's the god himself. Is that the god himself? Oh, it certainly seems like it. Look at that man. He's a cult leader if I've ever seen one. Why do they always seem to have so suspicious facial hair when they're cult leaders? Is this some sort of cult leader guidebook they're all following, that they all realise, oh, I've got to get this strange facial hair that makes me sort of look like I shouldn't be in 100 meters of a preschool sort of thing. Yeah, don't they seem like it? Purple's a nice touch though, I do like purple. That seems like a fairly cumbersome greeting, doesn't it? It's the Japanese Jesus. Wow. He's got quite the beauty spot if he is. Incidentally, our word for farewell is hepton. Why do they always have to make their own bloody vocabulary in these cults? I suppose it's supposed to breed that sort of feeling of exclusivity. They always have their own greetings and farewells, like bless you and all that sort of thing. Say it with the bloody pose, Majima, just commit to it. You're still wearing a fabulous suit, so you still look better than these absolute melons. 2 spirits points. Ah, sweet. Gonna buy a packet of chips with that? Sounds like something I could probably cash in for a packet of chips. A most splendid greeting. Our savior and master, Munan Chothep, is most pleased. Oh, is he now? That's true. He's got the whole suspicious look going. How much titherance have you all contributed to the exalted Munan Chohept? Minus 99999 spirit points. Well, they can't hear Majima's inner monologue, mate. So it's okay. And I am Majima's inner monologue, along with his also inner monologue. He has 2 voices in his head. He's a very confused man. 5 Rinsho. 8 Rinsho. I have no idea what this means. Titherance is what we call a tithe. So just call it a bloody tithe. Mate. You had a word for it. You stole it from Christianity. Or donation. They probably had a English... They probably had a Japanese version of the word in the original text, I'd imagine. Tithe is very Christian. Oh. $1,000 bloody bucks, eh? $1,200 dues for 1 bloody Rincho.
何やて
On his bound by chains of gold, there could be no freedom. Renouncing possessions is the first step to the rapture. It's a good thing that someone's there to receive all those renounced possessions, eh? Real convenient. But damn, yeah. It is okay if the cult isn't doing that much and isn't asking for that much of your money. But any religion, even the established ones, can be very cultish if they ask for far too much. Perhaps why a lot of churches have a very particular amount that they ask for, 10% or less. Usually in most churches, which limits what people can do. Honest, my friends. Wow. I can't tell if that's a mustache or some sort of horrifying hairy caterpillar on your mustache there, mate. And I can't tell if that's a beauty spot or a cancerous melanoma. Perhaps you'd get that checked, old Japanese Jesus. Majima's thinking of starting his own cult now. He's like, goodness, I could earn money this way. Maybe this isn't such a bad idea. Perhaps he is.
Hey.
They're always called gurus, aren't they, too? Calm down, you zealous bastard. Get your head out of your ass before you start eating yourself for breakfast. And Kublis is what now? Don't worry, I think Kublis was some sort of spiritual point. He's pulled out the classic gold thing, hasn't he, mate? He's bloody pulled it out. No more cabaret club. But I think he likes fighting more than and being a Yakuza more than he likes being a cabaret manager or maybe a cult leader. He could make a pretty good one. At least he's more handsome than this fella. And he's charismatic. He could do it. But now he's pulled out the special Shora PP. We all know what that means. Which means it's probably going to try and subvert our expectations. So let's all be expecting to be subverted. Enormous. Is it, does it? Enormous Kuplas. Is that what you call it? Go cleanse your bodies of impurity. Oh, come on, do some with us, mate. If I were not a man. Hey, mate, you never know. Don't count yourself out yet. You might get a chance. They're probably like, wow, this guy seems real enthusiastic. Oh, nasty, you bastard. Sure, PP King. Why do these all feel like anagrams? Do the hustle. It's a very cumbersome greeting, isn't it? They're gonna ask for my gold chain, aren't they? Don't give up your gold chain, Majima. Don't do it. Oh, dear. Suzuki! Munan Majima. Well, let's go give this fellow, a, talking to. Is what I'm going to call it. Why are they always in these very bland office buildings too? That was quick. Goodness. Oh, I got a crystal. Oh, thank God. And here I thought I was going to go out and do hunting.
Hey.
The show of PP pissant. It's gonna have his mate. Good. Gonna try that one again, are we? Are we gonna do it, mates? Time to throw the Goro out the window. Now, there's only two choices here. Unless I'm really convincing, which I doubt I am. Yep, let's go with that one. Oh, it doesn't let me. Let's try the mom one, eh? There we are, that worked. Now it's trying to throw this guy at the ceiling, eh? This is very dramatic. It's the magical charm that wards against the evil. Truly, the Chekhov's gun of this tiny little story. Huh! Clearly it's quite effective. This guy should be selling it to the American government. Not just using it for his little cold. He needs to look bigger. He can literally make people forget their own family. That's impressive. You should be selling this, old guru, mate. You shouldn't be keeping this to yourself. Imagine the money you could make selling military contracts and training people to be like you. Was ripened, eh? Yeah. You're one of those people, eh? Referring to the women of the world as fruit. It really is time to table this particular discussion and, take a seat. Maybe rest and lounge around a bit. Silence! Menacing man, eh? Ooh, wow! Crane stance, eh? Please, take a seat. Can't be acting. Ooh, dear, Munan Singh's quite good at this, isn't he? You can't let these sort of discussions divide us, mate. This guy is far less annoying than our... Now, let's table this discussion for now. Wait a second, I need to draw on my inner strength. Haha, because it's a dex scroll, get it? Arabic is about to slap the god out of Munan and then slap the man out of it. I'm about to slap the Jesus out of this fellow. He's not going to be the Japanese Jesus anymore. He's going to be the Japanese trauma patient. Well, it's catchy, that's for sure. Now take a chair and leave, mate. Take a seat, you bastard. Ain't no Jesuses around here. Yeah, Suzuki. I'm about to bloody run you over with a bloody Suzuki if you're not careful, Moonan. This is what I call a, Eric Winters has been traumatizing his victims since the 88s. I have indeed. Back when my hair was still luscious and coloured. Apparently I had one eye. Suffer from success, eh, mate? Suffering from success, old Suzuki. Perhaps you should start a car company. Should have just sold your hypnotizing techniques to the Americans. Or the Chinese, I suppose. I'm not too sure. He's so strong that he grew an eye, yes. Better watch out, mate. Because I got 2 eyes to watch you now. It's funny because the design I was originally going to use for my beautiful digitized version of my face was actually going to be missing an eye. Decided against it though. So it's not so far from the truth. Early digitized Eric Winters did only have 1 eye, and I grew it back through the power of artistic and moral integrity. Oh, nice to you, you bastards. That's how they get you. We're not sure, Eric Winters. Well, we're not sure, Celery. Better be careful, Celery. I know a cocktail that uses celery called the something Southside. Ah, Southern Exposure, so you better watch out, Celery. If you keep saying Moonard Show and acting like you're one of those cult members, I'd grind you down and turn you into a cocktail. I've been enjoying catching up in the VODs this week. That's good. Glad somebody catches up on them. I really wonder who watches them sometimes. They're quite long. Imagine I slapped all the spirit points out of Moonard. He said so many puns, the man was brought back to from the spiritual realm. The ungodly puns that were thrown at him during the fight were so bad that he was brought down to hell itself. Planet Earth. That's even worse, yes. Oh, isn't this nice? Oh, isn't this a nice ending to this story? I wonder what happens to Colt after this. Couldn't have lived with his own failure. Well, I wonder if he is living. Probably needs an ambulance and they're all trying to do this spiritual ritual. And then when he dies, they'll probably think he went off to some sort of greater plane and they'll continue the cult in his stead. And the only thing he failed to get was a night with a woman. I'm not too sure what he's so upset about, frankly. A pretty experiential experience indeed. Yes, we ascended so high in our fighting that we brought someone down to hell. A traveler's effort. Indeed. Free pajamas and all those weird cult statues she's got now. What if they're of cult Jesus?
Hey.
Ah, don't mention it, mate. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. Disciples of the New Order. That sounds a lot more ominous now I read that again. Isn't the New Order that whole 1930s to 45 German propaganda thing? I don't know why I'm being so coy about it. You know, the fellas that love that Buddhist symbol that meant peace. I just always do these things. Ding ding. Now, for once, can we go? We've already gone to the karaoke bar once. Old mech put in the comments of the last VOD of our karaoke experience. Now, maybe I should continue the story. Or maybe I should see if our... Oh, let's travel back to our apartment, eh? So if we go west. Let's give it a save and finally travel back to our apartment, eh? Use that item box too. Not used this before, but I do need to get these out of my inventory. Heading to home. Finally, we'll continue the story. I know. Bizarre. I didn't even know this game had a story at this point. I thought it was all teaching dominatrixes and breaking up cults. And being a wingman to various interesting people. Oh, it's a bit of a tough way to enter the apartment.
Oh, Matia, Majima.
Oh, a thug. Interesting. Ooh, what a suit and a half.
ああ誰やお前ら
オデッセイのもんやって言うたら心当たりあるやろ。
And here I thought I had a good deal with
オデ
them.
ッセイのぞ
支配人が納得しても俺らが納得するか。
And this is why you should keep a tighter leash on your dogs, manager of the Odyssey.
度胸しとるやないか。
Goodness, no need to be so forward.
あんた
Customer is king, by the
お
sea.
客様は神様や言うて客に
Yes, I do that,
知らんが
but not to non-customers. I'm not wearing the bow tie, so clearly you're
欲しいか。
not customers.
客には通用しても
Oh, these fellas are so arrogant, aren't they?
ま、試しにやってみてもええけどな。
Those starting fights tend to be, though.
お前らの言う通りや
あ
Yes.
お客様は神様うち
However
に来た客になら土下座でもするし靴でも舐めたるわせやけ
Really, customer? That's different. Indeed, it is.
どまして喧嘩売りに来たチンピラなんぞ
Ooh, an intimidating man he is.
どう思うな
大層な口聞けんのも今のうちや。カマン、やってまえ。
I know a thing or two about busted mouths, and I know that you're not going to be busting mine. Go on, Soten Bory-guns. Let's sort them boys, eh? Hey mate, you're cracking me up with all your silliness. Cracking me up indeed. Please! We gotta break this fight up. It's not good for anyone. One more. Hey! Snap, crackle, pop, mate! I love that sound. Oh, you're still up. Can't have that. Gotta kick you into gear, don't I? I was nailing that one.
強すぎる。なんなんやお前は。
お前ら
Come drink at my club.
店に来い
That's my customer. I'll get down on my knees and grovel as much as you want.
土下座でも何でも
Do
して
you
好
asked?
きにせえ
What a power move. Goodness, this man is a true business mogul.
ただその後どうなるかは保証せんぞお客様は神様やからな
Goodness. What a man and a half. Let's head inside. Shall we? Cinematic. Oh, very haunted this place looks, eh? A fairly modest accommodation for a man known as the Lord of the Night. I was expecting more gold, jewellery and finery and... I don't know, gravure idols or something. Now who is this? Oh, I thought he was some sort of bandaged ghost. Turns out he's just a man. Seems we made some enemies. Oh, look. People really do not like us in this town. What is this, some sort of fancier panopticon? Oh no, the old man with the nice beards in it too. What is going on? Oh, I see. So you're trapped in Osaka. By the gangs, I assume. They're all observing your actions. A gilded cage indeed, though that's not quite gilded, that part of it. It's like mostly gilded cage. So, what is this chapter called? Proof of Resolve. Finally, moved to chapter, eh? 3 years ago, Kamurocho. Oh, who is this fellow? Tiger, eh?
Kyodai.
Kyodai. Old young Majima. Looks appropriately dark in the eyes.
まがいもんは一切なし。堂島組経由で仕入れた正真正銘の本物や。拳銃は全部で6丁。
Guns,
1丁につき6発撃てるとして36発は発射できる。36発か。相手は上の
Proper guns.
その場にいる清和会の連中全員。
Planning a hit, are they?
こ
Interesting.
ないなとこ呼び出して何のつもりなんすか柴田。
担当直入に言います。今日の上野義治の襲撃、真島さん、行かないでください。
どうしてそれを？
あなたと冴島は今日出所直後の上野義治を都内のラーメン屋で襲う、そういう計画ですよね。実はあの計画ちょっと問題がありましてね、予定を変更させてもらうことになりました。このまま襲撃に向かえば堂島組長いや島野さんにも
Wow, that man is carrying every gun, isn't he? How fabulously dramatic.
答えはもう向かってねえや。じゃあ俺はどうしたらいいんじゃ。
真島さん、
あんたは俺に兄弟裏切れっちゅうんか。このまま見殺しにせっちゅうんか。
落ち着いて落ち着いて。
俺は行く。たとえどんな裏があっても構わへん。俺にとって冴島はたった一人の兄弟なんじゃ。
真島さん、でもそれじゃああなたの身も。
うるさい、関係ないわ。こっちはそないなもんとっくに捨てる払ってきたんじゃ。
そうです。
Quite melodramatic.
それじゃ仕方ありませんね。おい、
柴田。
Oh. Interesting, they took an eye. Good God, mate. That was... bloody, what is the word for it? I've forgotten, it's disappeared. When you're telling a story. Oh wow, look at this fellow. Practically a old statue. New statue.
そんくらい分かっとると思っとったがな。
親父、兄弟は 冴島はどうなったんですか。教えてください親父。
Don't take too much pleasure in telling him.
道を外した極道の行き着く先がこの穴蔵や。
Oh, what an impressive tattoo.
親父。
安心せえ、別に殺しはせん。せやけどここにぶち込まれたやつはみんな殺してくれ。
How wonderfully cordial. And I'm not talking about lime cordial either.
兄弟は教えてください。
I don't ruin those nice tattoos. Those are nice tattoos, don't ruin them. Oh, don't be too impressed with yourself, mate. You look like a ball of lard that's been attached to a bloody bowling ball and turned into a human being. I don't know if that was offensive or not, but it's the best I got. I'm a bit alcohol-addled. Most would call that being drunk. Well, that was fairly melodramatic. Certainly a, what's the word for it? Thematic change from what we were dealing with before. Happens when you have PTSD. Well, back on the daily grind, shall we? Oh, pager's out. Oh. Oh. That's that belt thing I'm wearing, isn't it? Oh, cats. Nozomi Hazuki. Interesting. Oh, goodness. I apologize. Oh. Starting to invest in myself a bit more. Can I? Doesn't seem so. And by the way, you spent the majority of your life being tortured. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Time to go to work. It's very speedy exposition. That's the word I was looking for. That was expedition. Bloody on speed running exposition. That was absolute bloody breakneck pace, mate. By the way, murder, betrayal, terrible trauma. All in the space of 2-minute nightmare. They were flying through that exposition like there was no tomorrow. The speediest exposition. It's true, Celery, you're right. Exposition like no other. Let's go, you bloody hooligans. I had a bad night's sleep, and now you're gonna suffer the consequences because of that. I think this is a sign of the times. Haha. Oh, I was sitting against a poster. I should have said, you're the poster child of getting your ass kicked. Damn. Bad pun, that one. What is this? Another restaurant? Ah! God. Didn't realize there was a choice at the beginning of those things. Oh, that's another tissue lady. Gilded cage. Very fun. Oh, excuse me. We'll go the long way to... Nice car. Matches the Maharaja. Maharaja. Classic. Absolute classic. Goodness, how many tissues do they need to hand out? What's up, mate? Fallen guy. Stadium jumper strut. Let me go buy some actual medicine. So I don't have to use my expensive and good medicine on you. Frankly. Not my idea of a good time. Hello everyone. Hello, hello. Here to buy some stuff. Oh, I'll buy the more expensive one. Okay, now we can give him some medicine, eh? Heal him right up, because that's how drinks work, eh? Like that bloody bone juice out of Harry Potter. The pumpkin bone juice. Makes you regrow your bloody bones. I am never gonna end up using these healing items, I swear. Are you alright? Formerly fallen guy. I suppose that's true, but it's a strange way of saying it. It's like calling me... What's the word? A formerly young man. I suppose that's actually quite an accurate way of putting it. In fact, I'm a formerly middle-aged man, not even a formerly young man. Goodness. A formerly non-grey-haired man. I haven't been listening. Grand old dream, like walking across the desert. Except not really, no, it doesn't, does it? Sajun, a Stajun. Hey, mate, come on, no need to be like that. I'm only... What is he, 24, he said? Stadium jumper, jacket worn by athletes. Varsity jackets. Stajun, yeah. You pop the collar and suddenly everyone thinks you're some sort of big shot and all the punks come charging out looking for blood. It does say fight me. Why not take the bloody jacket off? Destiny's an arsehole if that's the case. Unfortunately, Majima, you've stumbled upon one of those pieces of ancient wisdom. If destiny does exist, it is an arsehole and has a very poor sense of humor. Which is why me and Destiny get along so well. Even when something terrible happens, we both make jokes about it. Beaten in within an inch of your life because you didn't have any money on you and somebody tried to mug you? Well, mate, most entertaining thing that's happened to me in weeks. Man of principle, it seems. Loud and proud. That's your dream. It's a free country, especially after World War II. The US didn't occupy it for 8 years for no reason. It's time for another escort quest. Suda. Ah, it's good to know you is no longer the formerly fallen guy, but as Suda, much more snappy. Got a hair tie. Hey, he's a smart man, it's true. Can I make his dream come true? Can I, everyone? Yeah, I probably can. I like fighting in this game, it's fun. Sure, why the bloody hell not? I helped Miracle Johnson as Kiryu. I'm sure I can help this random fellow called Suda. Let's hope it doesn't finish with 51, eh?
Hi.
I can't wait. See how this goes, eh? I can't crack my knuckles. Goodness, these two look a bit too old to be goons. Maybe they should be working a full-time job, not beating up poor people wearing varsity jackets on a bridge. Then we turned into the troll. Ooh. I don't know how much longer we might be able to go for tonight. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to do a very long stream. Oh dear God. It's too strong to where it generates money from punching people. I am, aren't I? I like how the Yakuza's under. This guy's very good at it. It's time to take a break, mate. No need to start this fight. Good thing about these sort of fights is I get the ability to go behind anyone and snap their neck. No need to even bloody dodge, mate. Oh, that man's just dead. That man's dead. You slugger, by the way. Right. Oh. Oh, dear goodness. Stop kicking the hell out of my friend. Ooh, that's nasty. Batter up! Home run! Come on, just take 2 more bloody steps, mate. Hey! Successful.
Hi.
Free dental work, indeed. Call me up if you hate your teeth. And I would have preferred to eat them for breakfast. Forcefully. Call 1-800 Get Entirely Screwed now. If you too want to eat your teeth for breakfast. Or perhaps if you have a friend you particularly don't like, you can nominate them as well. For a free dental work order. Where at the end of it, they'll have to pay for a shiny pair of new teeth. Counterfinder. Oh, okay. True of most dreams. He is a strange man. So is Suda 51. Maybe they have some relation. According to the Yakuza universe, crossing a bridge is the most menacing thing you can do. Well, that's the way they always use the phrase, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. They never want to get to the bridge. Hell, they don't even want to think about the bridge. So they say, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Because it's the most terrifying and intimidating thing somebody can do. That's why they burn them all down too, and burn the bridges. That's why people burn their bridges all the time. Fearful things there. Make you cross the river, send you straight into the underworld if you're not careful. And he got his head kicked out of him. Take it off and go home, man. Yes, that was going to happen. Oh, statue man. What do they make this stuff out of? Wow, first time I've ever seen one of these fellas, has it? Statuesque man. That's one way of describing him. Tokukichi. Tokukichi. Steady audience, love a good comedy bit, eye for quality. Oh, do they now? Wouldn't say that about most people who see buskers, but alright. Rightio, I'm sure we'll see him again. What shall I do? Hey, heal up some of this health, actually. I'd sue to you too. Now I want some takoyaki. Goodness. I ate dinner recently and I still want some takoyaki. It's very good. I see. I'm actually full health. Interesting. Convenience store. Some rockin' music in it. We could do now. We'll go a tad longer. Let's head to the dragon and the like. Wrong place. Fit 2 hours. Let me advertise myself again. Give me a moment. I'm gonna advertise. We might go to 3 hours tonight. Yes. I know you need to get back to the grind, but I need you to do my grind, old Majima. and paste, and... Oh dear, another lets me paste that once. Give me a moment. Do apologize for how slow it is to take me to do this. I am still not quite good at this. Smooth criminal. That's the joke I made on the tweet. Good old Miracle Johnson. Ah, back we go.
いらっしゃいませ。
Nothing, because I will probably not involve myself in this particular minigame until I have to. Goodbye. It's good knowing you. If I do involve myself in that minigame, it'll be offline, so you guys don't have to watch it. Oh, good god, the change in camera angle is really quite annoying. Run! Sultan body to the ground. Ah, bastard, I'll never make it. Why does everyone have such troubles, and why do I look like I can solve them? What is it, lass? Come on. Spit it out. Sure it isn't your bloody lungs, so you can probably spit it out with no harm. Yes. I was thinking it was going to be something like that. Why is my sense for these things so sharp? There's always one good, isn't there? Ugh, goodness. Don't be so surprised, Majima. There was only one thing she could ask for. Yes, it is what a boyfriend does. Back it up a step or six. I'm more saying back it up a step or a mile, probably. Depending on how I be a man. Every girl I meet these days makes me understand them less and less. Yeah, well. That may be because of the company you keep. Wow, they really don't give us a good. Let's give it the. Let's hear that extra syllable that says you're mine. Goodness gracious. Indeed you have. Perhaps an explanation may be in order. You know. Rewind the tape a bit. Instead of saying, yes, that's me. I was expecting that. I don't think I'm exactly what your father's looking for. I'm missing an eye, you see, because I was tortured by the Yakuza. That's not ideal for boyfriend material. Well, at least I don't think it is. Is it? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I'm not a woman. Nor have I ever had a boyfriend or sought one. So, I couldn't say. Wow, how incredibly specific. Goodness, lass, you may need to start a job as some sort of seer or fortune teller because you can bloody well see the future. Or have clairvoyance. One of the two. Well, as long as I have to never see this man again in my life, I'm okay with that. Well, the bloody hell not. I wasn't being anywhere important anyway. It's not like that cabaret club really needs me. Kokoa. Koko-chan. Goro Majima. I forgot about that uncomfortability. Everyone's always just called me Eric. Or old bastard. Or I was gonna say something very Australian just then. I'll finish the joke there. You effing C word is what I was going to say, by the way. A classic Australian turn of phrase. Used by both muggers and friends alike. Bing bang boom. Come on, go mate. I'm sure your dad's not some sort of famous actor or spy. Probably won't be able to figure it out. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She be looking kind of dumb with a finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Good as father I could ask for. Start doing a bunch of weird stuff, he'll blow it up and I'll be like, forget this guy, I'll arrange your next date. No problemo, friendo. I guess you kind of do need a backstory. Wow, a dentist with an eye patch. I'm not too sure that would be good, but yeah. 6-month dentist tries movies omelette rice. Everyone remember that, okay? Dentist tries movies omelette rice. It looks pretty young too, frankly. They age slowly. I was expecting a few more grey hairs on this fellow. He looks more like he's just come out of college with a degree in electrical engineering or computer science. Pleased to meet you, sir. Alright, Goro Majima. Oh, wow. Very well spoken there, Goro. Chan. Wait, are they playing Damai Danahe in the background? I feel like this is some sort of ominous warning. Here I am in the flesh, as sharp as a dagger. Ouch. Goodness, if her figment of her imagination was that active, mate, I'd be worried. It's almost like she could be a game designer or something.
Huh?
Dentist. I manage a Yakuza. I manage a cabaret. I'm a Yakuza. Great. Oh. Sat next to each other at a movie, because I like movies, right? You should be careful, Coco. You really should be careful. Well, at least it wasn't at a cabaret club, of which I manage. My day job is dentist. My night job is cabaret manager. Look at me. Smooth as bloody silk, mate. You shan't find a fault in my conversation. Let's go with the cheers up. That's fair enough. Fabulous. Wow, there's a lot of dead parents in this story. Oh, well, I suppose I would expect that from... No, I wouldn't expect that from the 80s. Well, I suppose it would be still a bit more common in the 80s. Death has only dropped since then, but yeah. What's the Japanese obsession with missing parents? Very adorable. These stories always end so heartfelt, don't they? There's any more sap in the end of these bloody side stories? Goodness. I'd think you were a logger in a forest. Oh, what a nice guy. What a fabulous father. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, fluorite.
Ah.
Hi.
Well, I hope they talk about it. It'll be very strange if she doesn't. Yep. What you gonna do? Oh. What is that? Good man, eh? Ex-Yakuza cabaret manager. Good man, got it. Act for the job you want, not the job you have. Huh. Well, this has certainly taken a turn, hasn't it? Look, the fresh ale, indeed, fresh ale. What in the lands of all that are holy? Do you think that's a good idea, mate? The ideal man, am I, though? Ha! This man is incorrigible, that's for sure. I don't think this is particularly why. If this has happened before, mate, I would be worried. Oh, bastard. Big shakedown, man, eh? Well, let's head to the ground. Hopefully I can avoid running into people at this point. Oh, bastard. Oh, he's got the shoulder phone! We were just talking about those. That's some magical stuff, eh?
What?
Oh, aren't you happy? There's always one, isn't there?
Eh?
Connect with anyone, anytime, anywhere. It's funny hearing this sort of thing. Especially because this game was made in, what, 2016? They made a convincing effort at making it seem like it was from the actual 80s. This sort of thing was all the rage. People talking about the possibilities of the future. Sci-fi being such a big sci-fi in that whole era, from the 60s all the way up to the 90s. I'd say sci-fi was much stronger than it is these days. It's still got its place, but I feel it was much stronger back then.
Yeah.
Future always comes the text, yes, especially at the start of it, and at the end of it. Fancy. Fancy indeed. Why am I lagging? It was fine before. Sure, why the bloody hell not? It ran out of battery, didn't it?
Eh?
Yeah, the battery's dead, isn't it? Yep.
Eh.
何やて？え？
Well, you have to type my message out in Morse code. That's true.
あ？
Problem is, Don Quixote is not very nearby. I feel like I'll run about into a heap of random stories in that time. Where the hell is Don Quixote? It's over there, right? Let's give it a bit of a sprint, eh? Oh, bastard. Come on, mates. No attacking the lady in the pinstripe suit. She earned that business suit, eh? You bloody pinstripe bastards in black. Wish you could be wearing such a brightly coloured suit, eh? Oi, mate. And let's go for a home run. There we are. Yeah, you better be apologizing. Goodness, there are a lot of those ladies with their bloody tissues. They almost expecting me to cry them a river or something. Let's get these batteries for this idiot. Those things didn't have great batteries, that's for sure. Two of them for the road, just in case I need them for a fight. Harmony! Suntory 7-Up! Mountain Dew! Goodness, they've really gotten Suntory, 7-Up, Mountain Dew, Carlsberg. Shame they didn't get any champagne brands. Buy myself stuff I haven't owned yet. Now let's go give this fellow his batteries and taste the future. Feels a bit strange to be doing that the year of our Lord 2022, but that is the sort of fun little trumps of the past this sort of game can give us, eh? Suppose that's why people probably like it. Go on, battery man. Give him the bloody battery. Then put it on the other shoulder. Oh well, glad I bought those drinks, eh? Frankly, should have bought a cheaper one, but it'll do. Heal it right up, as good as new. Ah. Yuppie, eh? Yuppie! Aye! Oi! Mate, come on! No need to throw out a bunch that quickly, goodness.
What? Huh?
The thing about Cyclops is they're usually very strong. So I hope you're prepared to die. Motohashi! And Hamaguchi! Should defend yourself better before I hit you for a home run and show you what it really means to play baseball. Wearing a leather jacket like you know what it's about. Ooh, what a stylish ending. Stylish indeed. Better not have broke the damn phone. Love the denim on denim this fellow's rocking though. What a style. It got broken, didn't it?
What? Eh?
Goodness, this guy is determined. Won't let the world take him down. You said M store of some kind, right? I assume that's the store he's talking about. Sub-stories. M store sort of. So that would be near here, right? I wonder how that performer's doing. Hey, thugs. Oh, bastards. I'm just trying to call on a mobile phone. What kind of bastarding stuff are you expecting me to do for this? Cheeky sods. Yeah, you better ask for forgiveness. If you ask for forgiveness enough, I might leave you with just some free dental work. Oh, he's outside, wasn't he? Hello, denim boy, where are you? There you are. Who the hell did I even want to talk to? I just realized I had no one I want to talk to.
Huh?
I wonder how his mother afforded another one. Suppose warranties? Covered being mugged? Break your damn back to carry it, not mention the film. Oh, isn't the future funny? Fads, eh? Oh, Majima, oh, Majima. When you're an old man, you'll be surprised what the world looks like. Maybe 24 now, but... in, 40 years, when you're 60... you'll be very surprised what the world looks like. Crunch! I forgot the baseball tone, what is it? Like I was using this baseball as some sort of sword. No forgiveness for the fools. Let's go see if that performance doing any good. Zoom. Club Moon. I assume there must be a Club Sun somewhere around here too. Break it up! No holding hands in public. You have to leave room for Jesus. I am becoming so tired I'm becoming delirious. A home run? That home run sound. Like the baseball sound. Sort of thing. Oh. Good sized audience. Nice to see. We're having a conversation through our eyes. Interesting. It is funny though, that has happened. Distract these people, alright? I'm a perfect distraction. Look at me. I'm already being a distraction. Let's bloody well do it. Now, what distraction should we do? Intimidate them. Wail. Shout. Look a USO. Let's go with you. Look a UFO. It hasn't moved an inch. It's a magic statue. Do a dance! Come on, mate! Do a dance! Dazzle them with your dancer. Oh dear. From the disco to the streets. It's the Miracle Johnson dance. He hasn't even seen the music video. Amazing. How horribly awkward. Yes, I don't think Miracle of Dance is gonna work. Wow, they're really not working it. You're not working the crowd there, mate. Been in a few situations like this. Sing a song.
I love you.
Hey, he's got a pair of good lungs on him. Yes, 24-hour Cinderella, eh? Keep singing, mate. I think that's it. Oi, mate. Don't be so critical. People doing the things they love in public spaces, there's nothing against it. Oh, a fight's a pretty good distraction. If it lasts long enough. This Suji fellow's awful annoying. Take that, mate. Take that to the bank and cash it, mate. Oh wait, I took all your cash, so you can't. Run, mate! Sprint! Ooh, it's magical. Goodness. How you statue man? Did I make it to the grabber in time? Made it to the throne of the porcelain kind? Stamina morale. Certainly need that sort of thing. When you're trying to be a statue man. Life imitates art. And art imitates life. Over he goes. The entertainer's throne. Indeed. Oi, dear. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Let's run off. Do a bit of this main story, shall we?
わかった。何の用意だ。
お疲れさん。
Yeah, cigar.
な？
いやさ、お前と飲みたくなってよ。
Then why are you doing it when I'm on shift, mate?
どういう風の吹き回しや。あいにく。あんたと酒飲むくらいなら自分のしょんべん飲む方がまだ。
Oh, that's all the... Hey, mate, most beer does taste like piss, so frankly, it wouldn't be any different. Hot mug of beer or hot mug of your own piss. You'd still be on the piss.
やめとけ。あんまりうまいもんじゃねえぞ、あれは。店は下の連中に任せとけば一日ぐらいはなんとかなんだろう。俺は明日場公園で待ってる。
おい。
Seems we don't have a choice. One of those things, eh?
オーナーからの呼び出しや。いつ戻れるかわからんから、あと頼んだで。
え、わかりました。主任にも伝えておきます。
すまんの。
Interesting. Classy spot for a classy guy. Is it now? If we need to get there fast, why are you moving with such a meandering pace, mate? I'd practically die of old age if I try and get out of the building moving like this. Cloakroom. Back to night time, eh? Oh, right near the karaoke place. I wonder if we'll sing karaoke together, eh? Sketchy song. Old 24-hour Cinderella. No? Is it near Christmas time or something? Certainly looks like it. Bikers! Shame they don't seem to have their bikes. And if I was kidding you, it wouldn't matter because I would use their bikes to kick the ever-loving hell out of them. Well, that was amazing. This looks like some sort of homeless shelter. Let alone a park. Oh, what side story have I involved myself in? Divorce. I'm guessing divorce. So, what's up, mate?
なあ。
はい。
Hey, you look old enough, eh? Oh, they're now. Were they part of that cult? Oh. Is that how that works? The man named Akatani. You can't really reveal yourself, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, very dramatic chat. Good God. Well, I'm sure we'll meet again. Well, who knows? We'll find out. Let's see what this bastard has to talk to us about. Thinks he's some hotshot, doesn't he?
こないなとこに呼び出して何の用や。
そう構えるなって。お前と飲みたいだけって言ったじゃねえか。
Why does he look like he used to be one of those fellows who are on TikTok these days? They kind of have that sort of face that they're like, yeah, yeah, that kind of surfer boy image. Looks like one of those grown up. Well, it's time to make that warm piss, eh?
大将、こいつにも適当に見繕ってやって。こんなご時世だ。
Oh, they
10
know.
万するフグの解析だの、100グラム1万の松坂牛だのなんだの。高えもんはあらかた食ったけど、こんなボロい屋台の80円の大根が一番うめえ。
Just the little things in life, mate.
一体何なんだろうな。
It does, doesn't it? Funny. We seem to share an opinion, and yet he seems to be actively screwing us over. Go on, just tap the bloody... Oh! The sass. Oh, kampai to you, mate. Kampai. Can't tell if this guy's trying to make friends with us or screw with us. Perhaps both.
なんだよ。最初の一杯きり全然飲んでねえじゃねえか。
あんたが横におって気持ちを飲めるか。
Goodness, you got a sharp tongue in you, Majima.
もう2年にもなるか。お前との付き合いも。あの島野の兄弟がなんでお前みたいなやつを生かしておいてるんだか。まあわけわかんねえよな。波紋、絶縁、 その辺ならまだいいが、ひでえ時には人知れずなぶり殺しにされることもある。
Didn't we disappear to some black site for a nice slow death?
お前は穴ぐらい切っていうその最悪のケースを踏んじまったはずなんだ。
The worst place you know. Funny
穴
others.
蔵での拷問に1年間も耐え抜いたお前を島野はあそこから出した。耐えたお前のたくさも信じられねえけど、何より一度穴蔵に落としたやつをあの島野。
Yes, it seems like that would be the worst person to bring back from the hole. Would be someone who has actively resisted the torture.
そうでもない。穴蔵から出たお前は破門も絶縁もされずに極道の世界から追放された。そして大門違いの兄弟分である俺にお前を預け、仇として飼うように指示をした。武闘派と呼ばれる島野が、なんでそんなに回りくどいことをしているのか。
In 2 years it's taking you to talk about this, has it?
一体
さあ、俺が聞きたいくらい。
案外理由は単純で、ただ単にお前のケツの味が忘れられないだけなのかもしれない。
Well, he's got a nice fit body, I suppose. Could be the case.
なんだよ、つまんねえやつだな。そうだ。一つお前に聞いてみたかったんだ。なんでお前、そんなに登場会に戻りてんだ。お前みてえな跳ねっ返りが、こんなバスに耐え続けてまで。冴島大河だっけか。お前が登場会にいた時の兄弟分だっけ。そいつのためって言ってたよな。
Indeed. Tough looking fellow.
18人殺しの冴島大河か。当時は大騒ぎになったもんだ。登場会と敵対していた地元組織上野清和会の会合に単身襲撃。結果相手組員18人を射殺したんだからよ。
Amazing.
登場会の生ける伝説。こっちでも随分話題になった。
Oh, so he was successful, and here I thought he would have died.
その冴島も今や無所の中。18人もやったんだ。あとは死刑判決を待つだけだろ。なのにお前はそいつのために登場会への復帰を望んでいる。そこがわかんねえんだ。
No,
兵の中で死ぬような玉やない。
I'm not inside his head.
俺を殺しにな。
殺しに？
あ、なんでもない。もう過去の話や。とにかく俺は
Betrayal, I suppose.
どんな屈辱に遭おうが登場会でのし上がらなあかんね
ん。はあ、なるほどね。登場会に戻って冴島が戻ってきた時の席を用意する必要があるっつ。
あんたには関係あらへん。
Makes a good point.
まあ俺も大門違いとはいえ島野の兄弟には仲良くさせてもらってるからな。でもまあ俺だったら自分の人生の全てを捨ててまで他人のために生きる道を
That's the idea of principles, I suppose.
お前もいい大人なんだ。もっと器用に立ち回ってもいいんじゃないのか。
Some can't. If it was that easy, mate, I wouldn't be living the life I lived either.
まあいいや。お前が俺に言われて素直に入って言わない男なら分かってる。お前、人を一人殺せるか？
Interesting ask.
ああ、そうだ。
なんで俺がそんなことを。
I do
じゃ
wonder.
ねえか。極道に戻れるなら何でもやるってよ。違うのか？
そないなことせんでも俺は店の売り上げあと5億上げて極道に戻る。
オデッセイから望みを引き抜いて。
知っとんのか。
けどさ、もし俺がオデッセイに連絡すりゃその話今からでもなかったことにできるんだよ。
なんやと？
まあつまりお前の未来は俺の手の
Well, clearly he doesn't just want money from us. That's all we can do, I suppose.
金儲けさせた上に人殺しまで手伝いっちゅうんか。
どっちも大事なことなんだよ。俺にとっても。
I wonder if you want to kill. Perhaps that sworn brother of yours.
誰をやればいいんよ。
牧村誠。聞いたことないか？
誰やそれ？
知らないか？最近蒼天堀で荒稼ぎしてる売春組織の元締め
The
だ。
name like Makimura. It's a girl, I would suppose. She's the madame, I suppose.
買収。
牧村はそこらの女子大生やら若い女を捕まえては稼がせて、その上がりを吸い上げてる。その上組織から逃げ出そうもんなら、見せしめに赤ん坊の埋めねえ体にされるってよ。
Sounds like a cheery person. Sort of person you'd bring to your parents to meet. Truly.
相手がクズでよかったな。やりやすくなっただろ。
その牧村って男は？
それを調べるのも仕事のうちだ。牧村は女たちにテレクラで男を釣らせてる。探るんなら末端の女どもから当た
I
る。
see. Runs a tight ship, eh?
テレクラで牧村の息のかかった女を探す。
仕事の期限は2日だ。
Oh,
それまで
goodness.
に的を仕留めろ。
2 days.
もしそれを超えた場合、今度は
そら楽しみな。
殺しの方法はお前に任せる。
What a cheery conversation.
この番号へかけろ。
わかった。
真島ちゃ
A
ん、
conversation that'll have to
最後に確認
stay for next time.
殺しに人数や相手は関係ねえ。一人殺そうが18人殺そうが成人を殺そうがクズを殺そうが。
How very philosophical of you, man who is forcing me to murder someone. How very philosophical.
やった瞬間、まっとうな人生には二度と戻れなくなる。街を歩こうが家にいようが人を殺したっていう記憶が頭から離れなくなる。
Where is this coming from? It's very strange.
殺しなんてやらないで済むならその方がいい。当たり前だよな。でもお前はてめえの目的のために見ず知らずの
Why are you testing me with this, mate?
うるさいわ。どっちみち人の一人殺せんやつは極道として半人前や。やったるわ。
No need to get so angry.
そうか。ごちそうさん。こいつの分もこれで。あとは好きに飲んでくれ。あ、ガンもうまいぞ。食っとけ。じゃあ頼んだよ。
Cheery.
木村誠。
I suppose Makoto could also be a guy's name, but it always struck me as a more feminine name. But oh well. I suppose we'll find out next time. First, we'll get... Yes, 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 yes. Go to bed. Yes, 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 yes. Nozomi Hazuki. Amazing. Well, that's that, I suppose. Goodness. Oh. Yes, 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 I'm sure. That would ask me so many bloody times. Yes, you're a Yakuza. That's what it says to me every time I open this bloody thing. Yeah, I suppose I just quit. Ah. So, how did everyone enjoy that, eh? Have fun, everyone. We did get a bit further in the story. We made one step forward and 16 steps either side as we digressed and sidequested. Very fun, this game. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh, goodness. Yes, it is a fun game, isn't it? I'd almost recommend you play it on your own, but that's up to you. Whew. Other than that, yes, I suppose we'll keep talking for a bit longer. Yes, that's right. Tomorrow morning. Well, tomorrow night. Tonight for you. Americans, at least. Those using that Americanism term, and even some of the Europeans, it's probably tonight. I'll be finally releasing that Resident Evil highlights thing. And I'll see if I can't be a bit faster with the next one. We'll see. We'll see. I have way too many other games to get to. Yes, this is quite the experience. Very long. So maybe not recommended if you don't have much time. And this one, you can't even do other things at the same time. You can't even watch live streams while playing the game because it's not that sort of game. You have to really be concentrating. Mostly because otherwise you'll miss the fun parts, like the bizarre jokes and the wild occurrences. Ugh. But yes, the Yakuza thing will be out. I've actually sobered up now. The Resident Evil thing will be out tomorrow. And I'll probably advertise it a bit on Twitter. And I think this is some of my best work yet. I think it's very fun. It takes a very long time to edit because I am very eclectic with my editing style. It's more overwhelmingly full of too many edits. And thank you for watching. I provide these streams for my own sake. It's wonderful that you find entertainment in them. Goodness. But yes, it's an interesting thing. Which editing program do I use? I use DaVinci Resolve. Free. And really quite competent. For a free program, there's only a few times where I went, I'm held back by the freeness of this program. And very rarely I have found that I can't edit around the problem. It's quite good. Problem is, it does sometimes get caught up on itself. But that's with all editing programs. They get very heavy on processing, so it can get difficult if you are like me and put far too many edits in. But yes, DaVinci Resolve. Free. Until I imagine I earn a certain amount of money, and then it's probably no longer free, but yeah. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Like that fellow with the jacket. Hopefully I won't be mugged, though. For no other reason than wearing a jacket that people don't like. Goodness gracious. Yes. What time is it? Oh, well, it's about time to go. If you all enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and all that stuff. I know I'm saying this to people who normally do have already done that, but, you know, you never know who listens to this at the end. Other than that, thank you for watching. It's been very good. This game is fun. Is it the light version? It is technically, but you can access almost everything except for a few filters, I think. I haven't been restricted at all by the editing program's version. It's quite a competent light version, if it is a light version. It's the non-commercial version, is perhaps a better way of putting it. But yes, as always, we'll be back on Sunday. And other than that, good night, sweet dreams. Don't let the Yakuza bite, because they will, and it will hurt. Watch out. Nighty night.